Hi everyone, my name is Abiha Javed and today I'm going to be presenting a book review on a book called Gone Girl that is written by an American novelist, Gillian Flynn, who has published this book in June 2012, and it became so popular that it was listed as the top selling books of that time, and it has been added to the list right now. One of the key unique selling points for this book is that whenever any reader, I'm sure people would relate with me, whoever has read this book would relate, that whenever we think that this is going to be the final climax, now we have cracked the book, now we know who the killer is, who the innocent one is, now we have chosen sides. Whenever we think that we have completely decoded the book, it comes along with a new twist. It keeps us still hooked that we have not cracked it yet, and there are a number of puzzles that are going to be now seen by the or read by the reader now, and this is basically what Gillian Flynn has intended in the book, to keep the reader hooked to the climax, to keep the reader thinking, to keep our thinking caps on to whether the character that we think is the killer, or is he innocent, or he is not, or what the story beholds. So if we're going to talk about the main characters that are involved in this book, so we have two main characters. One of them is a beautiful young intelligent woman named Amy Dunn. So Amy Dunn is the one who has been reported as missing on their 5th anniversary, and the husband's name is Nick. Firstly, he was seen as a very loving husband. The couple was seen as a very happy, like too good to be true couple. But later, after Amy goes missing on their 5th anniversary, in the morning of their 5th anniversary, a series of events then follows the missing case, and then the husband, who was said to be as a loving husband and one who was worried about his wife being missing, is now being painted by the media and intendedly, basically by the author herself. He was painted as not so innocent and was held as the prime suspect for this case and for the missing case of Amy Dunn. So what sets this book apart from any other mystery novel that we read, or any other thriller or crime novel that we have read, is that it has been talked about from two perspectives. The book shows two different perspectives. One of them is from the past diary entries, or the journal that Amy keeps. It was from the past, and it unfolds into the ugly phases of their relationships. The couple that seemed to be very happy is now being seen as someone, or as a couple that has a number of flaws, and they were all seen through Amy's perspective in the past. And the other perspective is of Dick, who is handling and tackling all the suspicions that are being alleged on him right now in the present, and how he's going through them, and how he's tackling all these allegations that have been upon him, and how he's managing all this. So I cannot go without appreciating how beautifully this author, Gillian Flynn, has puzzled this whole case into a mystery which keeps us hooked. Whenever we think that we have cracked the mystery, she pulls and sweeps us off the rug, and a new mystery now unfolds. Well, whenever we try to choose sides, whenever we think that Amy is the killer or Amy is the innocent one here, and clearly we can now deduce that maybe the husband is the prime suspect, and it's right that he is the suspect. He's the one responsible for the murder of this woman, of his wife. But later turns out that there are a series of events that follows, and we cannot hold him accountable solely for his actions or whatever he has done, or we cannot basically unsee the flaws that we are seeing in the characters. At the end, when we reach to the end, we see that all the characters of this story are flawed, and we cannot unsee them. We cannot forget about what the flaws of each character holds, and it is difficult to deduce actually who the killer of this whole story is. Long story short, the climax or the twist of this book is that when we thought that Nick is the bad guy here, Nick is the killer. Nick is definitely going to be the killer here. But it unfolds the mystery, and it turns out that Amy is not as innocent as it seems. Her real nature comes out, and she is now being revealed as someone who has faked her own death. She has staged the whole thing, and also her diary entries are also fabricated, and it is presented to the viewer that Amy purposefully mishandled all the case, and she gave us a convincing case that she was the innocent one here and Nick was the evasive one, he was the jealous one, he had a number of flaws, which he did, but he was not the killer here. And Amy staged her death, and the whole thing was a plan that was beautifully unfolded in the later chapters of the book. When we talk about the themes for this book, we are going to be looking at four main themes. One of them is what a great role media plays in making people choose sides and showing the obvious but mishandling the case often. The other one is the other thing is how complex relationships are in reality, which look too good to be true or are picture perfect couples. They are not how they actually are, and there are various mysteries and various realities that we often lack to see, or the reader is kept in this way that we think that this is a perfect couple in our eyes, but there are realities and bitter truths that we choose to ignore. Lastly, it is about the depth of human psychology, and Flynn here makes us look at these characters as flawed, and she does not ask us to actually like them, but she makes us ask a deeper question of whether we're going to understand them on a human level, or are we going to judge them on the basis of what we've read, on the basis of what they have done, on the basis of how we interpret the character. So this is one of the last themes that are being talked about in this book, and it is a complete package of psychological thriller, and I totally recommend it. Thank you.